Welcome back. It's time to go to class. The third part of the series of How to Be a Voice Actor. Training and demos. By now, some time has passed, and I hope that from the last two videos, you guys went and you researched and you found all kinds of good material and you've been practicing every day, and you've also researched which genres you like the most, which genres you think you fit in. Now we're finally at the part where we can actually start to get the work done. Who would have thought that there's actually classes for voiceover? There are, and listen, I need you to realize the importance of going into class. You need to learn about beliefs and character development, creating a character, so on and so forth. And for my actor friends out there who already have experience, I know what you're saying. You're saying, oh, come off it. I am a trained actor. I don't need training to be a voice actor. It's got to be very similar to what I already do. Stop. Jumping in the booth for the first time, regardless of if you've been acting for 15 years or you've been acting for 15 days. You need to jump into some sort of class so you can really understand what you're getting into. The first time you get in a professional booth, it's really kind of off-putting to be put into this big room with one mic, you're all alone, it's completely silent other than the sound of your breathing, and you just hear do I really sound like that? I'm telling you right now, for the first time, it's weird. You need to learn about booth etiquette, you need to learn about microphone etiquette, how to talk with directors, how to talk with clients, how to talk with the engineers, how to take direction, how to apply the direction to the material you're working on. There's a lot of things that you need to do, so jump in class, that's the next step. Now let's just pretend like you've done your class, you're back, you're ready for the next step, and time has shifted. I know, right? It's that freaking magic thing again. You hear that? That's applause for you for taking a class. That's all you get. Now it's finally time to start talking about your voiceover demos. I know you've been waiting for it this entire time. Going through all the stuff we talked about in my first video, my second video, and going into class, you are now probably in the perfect spot to start thinking about creating your voiceover demo. The reason why I want you to go in and practice and get some experience, get some training, get some understanding of the industry first is because if you make your demo too early on, it's just not gonna be great. I'm not trying to insult you, I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but when you're first working on learning how to be a voice actor, there's some stuff that you gotta learn. Let's break down what you need to prepare to make an awesome demo. Get out a pen and paper, pause the video, whatever you need to do, write this stuff down. These are some steps that you could take that when you do your voiceover demo, you're not gonna be wasting your time. First tip for making a great demo, don't make a compilation. Now what I mean by that is don't mix up your genres. You don't want to have your commercial, your animation, and your video games all on the same demo. You don't want to put a spot where you're talking about pillows. The new pillow emporium and warehouse off of X75 and Route 2. I really like it when you talk about pillows. Get out of here, soldier! Grenade! See how confusing that would be? Keep your genres all to one demo. Make your commercial demo, make an animation demo, and even make a video game demo. Some people like to mix your animation and video game demos. Personally, my performances are a lot different in animation than they are video games, so I like to keep them separate. Also, if you sing, make sure you have singing demos. Pop demos, rock demos, operatic, legit theater, country, blues, whatever it is that you sing, have demos for each specific style. And if you're confused on the different genres of voiceover, well, it just so happens that we made an entire video on it. So, you know,
Okay, that makes sense.
go, check it out. Next, getting your demo professionally recorded versus doing it yourself. Now, this is a conversation that you will have time and time again throughout your entire voiceover experience. My personal opinion on this is that if you're somebody who's not tech savvy and you don't want to take a giant learning curve in figuring out how to do it yourself, then go get it done professionally. I don't want you guys to sit at your computer and say, yeah, I can kind of do it, but you don't put in the time to figure out how to really do it. You got to remember, your demos are going to be an example of you. They're your business card. They're your headshot. They are your ticket into the door. Why would you want that ticket to be anything but spectacular? There's plenty of places that have professionals that do this for a living, so just do a little research. Go on Google, type VO production, and whatever place you live. Now for my tech dorks out there that are just like me. I'm obviously a very much just kind of do-it-yourself type of guy. I like to do everything myself. If I'm really interested in it, I want to learn everything about it so I know the ins and outs of whatever I'm doing. Obviously, voiceover was one of the first things that I did that with. I made my own booth, I made my own demos, and that's why I'm making my own videos to help share with you how to do it yourself. I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to make your own demos, there's a giant learning curve, but there are benefits to learning how to do it yourself. I've remade my demos so many times. I want them to reflect what I currently am capable of. As the years go on and I get a better understanding of what works for my voice, I can re-record, I can adjust, I can shorten my demos, I can make them longer, I can do whatever it is that I need to do because I took the time to learn how to do it in the first place. But it ain't no walk in the park. So if you're not really familiar with technology and you don't want to learn it all, just save yourself a hassle and find yourself a professional in the industry that can help you out. So think about what you want to do, make a decision, and now let's talk about things to think about before your demo session. Do use original copy or real copy as long as it's directed very well. Most production houses will write your demos for you. They'll help stylize your demo to help fit your brand. If you're going to use spots that are out there already, make sure they're not highly recognizable. They're not like Morgan Freeman's voice or something that's a brand that's like very well known and obviously not you. If you're going to do that, which I don't recommend, make sure that it's directed very well. You can get a director out there that can mold a performance in whatever genre that you're doing and make it sound like it's something fresh and new and completely original. Next thing to think about before your demo session is to keep it short. Keep your demo under 1 minute. Remember, we're just going to show little flavors of different spots of what you can do with your voice to keep them wanting more, right? So if your demo is 2, 3, 4 minutes, 5 minutes long, it's just too long and they're going to skip through it anyway, so you may as well just make it short. Now, if you're like, hey, but I do so much more than that, think of it from a casting director or an agency's point of view. They're getting hundreds of demos, if not thousands, a week. A lot of them are probably unsolicited and they just don't have time to listen to them. So on the off chance that they get a chance to listen to your demo, you want to make sure it's short, sweet, sells you for exactly what you are, and gets to the point. Also, if they don't like what they hear right away, they're gonna just turn it off. Which leads me to my next thing for you to think about for your demo session. Put your best stuff first and make sure it rocks. Most people who listen to your demo will listen to the first 10 seconds, and if you don't capture their attention right away, they'll probably just move on to the next one. That goes for your auditions too, but we'll talk about that later in my auditioning video. Next up is research for top-notch production. We've already talked a little bit about voiceover production houses that work for you, but now what I'm talking about is once you find those houses, go listen to all their demos. Make sure that they have top-notch sound and they have examples of demos that make you go, dang, I want that. So do your research. And the final thing for you to really think about is to show variety while showing your real voice. I've talked about it before. Nobody wants to hear a fake persona. Everybody can paint it on, but the natural sound is what is desired these days. Just think about the way you talk in real life and try to figure out how to incorporate that into a script for your voiceover work. And then show some variety within that. Have some heightened, really excited, very energetic stuff. Have something a little bit hushed, maybe quiet, whispery. Have something that's really just relatable, friendly, talking to a friend. Start thinking about different ways that you can show variety within your natural speaking voice. That primarily obviously goes for commercial, but can also be used for animation as well. And that's it. Making a demo is the next step in your journey. It'll ensure that you look great when the time comes for you to use it. Like I said, it's your calling card, it's your business card. You're just in a better spot if you have the demos at the ready for any point in time. And also, if you're planning on working from home for voiceover in the future, you're going to need demos so that you could send them to potential clients across the United States or the world, and you could show them little flavors of your voice, of things that you've done or things that you can do, so that they'll hire you in the future. Now, all of this to say, your work does not end once you get a voiceover demo. Once you get a voiceover demo, your work can begin. That's all for part 3 of How to Be a Voice Actor series. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you learned something from this video, please like, subscribe, share, whatever it is that you want to do. And your support means a lot to me. So thank you for being here. We'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, get out there and create something. Go. Turn this off. What are you doing? You shall not pass!
Oh, hi, everybody. It's me, Ricky Mouse.
Ooh, that hurts really bad.
Biscuits and gravy are so good.
This is what happens in my mind. Send help.